Hello, good afternoon. So let's begin for today's webinar. My name is Alan. I'm the Key Account Manager from Advantech Singapore. Today, we are glad to share with you about starting up CNC monitoring solution for the smart factory. So here is our agenda for today. First, I will give you a short introduction about our company, and then followed by our main topic today, machine to intelligence solution, how to start up a CNC monitoring solution for the smart factory. And then we will have our domain-focused SI partner, Anewtech, to join us, and they will provide their company introduction and also what's their value add to help the industry. And then last, we will answer some of your Q&A questions to help you to understand our product better. So for the first time people join the webinar, if you don't know Advantech well, this is the short introduction. Okay, our mission is to enable the intelligent planet. Okay, till last year we did about 1.8 billion. Okay, and that's not too bad for industrial connectivity platform company. We are focusing in several service fields. Okay, mainly the industry 4.0, the industry IoT. We also have the embedded computing, and nowadays we also involved in the smart city solution like the medical, retail, and also logistics. Okay, and we also serve the worldwide IoT solution integrators. At the moment, our worldwide presence, we have 3 manufacturing sites, 14 repair centers, 4 logistics centers, and 27 countries. Okay, so if you are your project is working globally and you need our service worldwide, we can help you accordingly. So this is our best Taiwan global brand in 2019, and we are glad that Advantech is now in number 5 position. And over the years, you can see that we have gradually moved from 2003 and all the way to 2019. And our ranking has been improving all the way. Okay, and what's interesting about this global brand chart is that this is not just in the electronic sector. This is actually meant for all the branding in Taiwan in different sectors. Okay, so we are glad that we are in number 5 position, and you can be by saying this, you are working with a trustful partner, okay, to work with Advantech. So here is our Advantech Industrial IoT Solution Architect. Okay, we have a few focus sectors. We are focusing in iFactory and equipment builder, energy and environment, and transportation. So we will be supplying all different kind of edge computing, okay, such as server, industrial PC, and to do the connectivity. Okay, and then for the industrial communication, we also have things like the switch and also media converter and gateway to help you to do the connection. Okay, at the edge sensing side, we have things like the remote I/O. You can connect all your data from sensor or PLC by wire or wirelessly. Okay, so on the right side, you see where we circle. We have a lot of software value add to help our customers to do their project. Okay, so we have things like the CNC and the SCADA. So for today, our main focus topic will be on how to use the WebAccess CNC to help you to do the CNC machine collection. So for all the information I'm going to share with you today, it can be easily found from our website. You just go to Advantech, www.advantech.com, and go to the product. On the top left-hand side, you will have this solution ready package, SRP, okay, powered by WisePass. Okay, once you enter it, it will take you to this page, okay, where we have some of the iFactory solution and also machine to intelligent solution. So what we are going to talk about today is the intelligent CNC machine management solutions. Okay, so in detail agenda, what we're going to touch, those points are some of the market analysis and the pain points, okay, and also share about our CNC Edge, which is our smart box, okay, and then we will be share with you what are the major functions of our WebAccess CNC functions, okay, and also our product offering and how you choose and how you go about it, okay. Then next, we also will share with you how our dashboard features can help you to do the remote monitoring. Okay, and then last, we also will share some of the successful story. Okay, by some customer using the WebAccess CNC. So let's start with this. So what is actually CNC? CNC is actually the computer numerical control. Okay, so in the market analysis, is very widely used in some of the vertical application. Okay, we are talking about CNC machine in all the precision engineering. Okay, so mainly is a lot involving in the automotive, aerospace, and okay, some could be non-electronic machinery. Okay, some is in the electronic machinery, etc. So at the bottom here, in the market share, there are 5 major CNC controller brand that is actually very famous in the market. Okay, if you are in this industry, I'm sure you will know about this brand. Okay, so number 1 will be the Fanuc. Okay, number 2 will be the Siemens. Number 3 will be the Mitsubishi. Okay, number 4 is the Head and Hand, and then number 5 is the Brother. Okay, so these are all the very popular CNC controller available in the market. So when it comes to CNC machines, some of the common CNC production pain points we are going to share with you. Okay, in our customer production site, most of the CNC machine, they are actually offline. Okay, meaning they are not connecting to any internet. Okay, you cannot be managed through the networking. Okay, so if you want to connect it to some software, usually these software are actually very expensive. Okay, to those production line who wants to do smart factory or industry 4.0, is actually kind of like overqualified when it comes to project budgeting. So it's not meeting what the customer really needs, right? And then when you are using a CNC machine, usually in their process program system, usually you need some data from the machine. So what they need to do is they need to take out the CF card. Okay, they need to manually update. Okay, what is their time consuming, and it's really very labor intensive for them. Okay, so also another thing customer would like to do is to collect this data and then push this data to some of their existing system. Okay, but the challenge is because you cannot access to the CNC controller, therefore your data cannot be integrated with some of the existing system, like the SCADA system. Okay, so these are all the pain points from the CNC machine production line and also at the end user side. So just now we share with you what's so special about Advantech solution is that we have this particular software which is called the WebAccess CNC. Okay, so this WebAccess CNC actually support those CNC controller, which is the top 5 controller list. Okay, so you can take a look here. Okay, these are the brand. Okay, Fanuc, Siemens, Advantech, Mitsubishi, Brother, LNC. Okay, and the model they will be supported. So what about our CNC Edge smart box? Okay, so you can imagine just now we have such a wonderful software, which is the WebAccess CNC. Okay, you can connect to the CNC controller. Okay, so we actually put this CNC software inside Advantech's industrial PC. Okay, it is a very small form factor. Okay, it comes with features like some powerful Intel CPU. Okay, it also built in some of the CCC storage for you. So once this pre-installed WebAccess CNC is built inside, you can actually do the connection of up to 5 CNC machines. Another thing this CNC box can do, it also can connect to the cloud of the Advantech WisePass. And this box is also expandable, even if you want to do connectivity by wire or wirelessly, like a Wi-Fi or LTE, it is also possible. So because of Advantech's industrial PC is compact and fenderless design, it's very good for your harsh environment. Okay, you can actually thin rail, and then it also support the wide power range and the operating temperature. So when it comes to the actual scenario, every deployment on site, you can imagine the CNC controller box connecting to your CNC machine. Okay, and then you can use it as a standalone. Okay, also if you want, you can push the data to the cloud. Okay, like our WisePass cloud dashboard, and connectivity and protocol by the MQTT. All right, and then you also can add a wireless option like the 4G or the Wi-Fi. And in our CNC box, as you can see on the right hand side, okay, just now we already talked about it will support the CPU, and then comes with the RAM and storage, and also it comes is a ready operation system in Win 10, okay, and pre-installed the WebAccess CNC software for 5 connection. Okay, then you can do your display by the display port or HDMI port. Okay, the LAN port is also there for you to do the connectivity, as some of the connection to the CNC controller is also by internet cable. Okay, the USB port is of course there for you and very easy for you to use your USB drive or keyboard, mouse, etc. And what's more importantly is this box also comes with some COM port or DIO port. So this is especially helpful when you want to collect some other data collection besides from the CNC controller. Maybe we are talking about some PLC data, or we are talking about some sensor and I/O, okay, remote I/O. Right. So this one also support the typical wide range of power, 10 to 36 VDC. Okay, meaning it's very easy for you to maybe try to make use of the power supply, VDC power supply given by the machine. Okay, or just any AC to DC adapter will be helpful. Okay, so it's very small size, support the wide TAM. Okay, and of course it comes with the necessary certification. Okay, and IP rating. So just now we talk about everything about the WebAccess CNC. Now I would like to give you some of the good features for this software. Basically, we will be touching about 7 or 8 features. The first one will be the overview. Okay, once you log into the WebAccess CNC software, you will go to the overview here. So in this overview page, okay, you will be able to identify a lot of information. Okay, you will be able to know your device name, main block, okay, some of the current execution program, okay, some of the status, alarm status, and part count. Okay, so basically it's a very good overview for you. You will be knowing all these parameters, whether is it now busy or is it now idle or in alarm status, or has the machine been disconnected. Okay, so that's for the overview. Second, you will also know the information about this CNC controller. Okay, here we will be talking about information particularly to the absolute and relative precision. Okay, some of the part count information. Okay, the CNC operating time, and also the G code. Okay, so this information can be easily obtained from your CNC controller and linked to our WebAccess CNC software. And number 3 is always important about knowledge machine's availability. So the query tool provides the detail of CNC availability, okay, to handle such kind of production efficiency. So if you do the setting, okay, you try to do the query, okay, you wanted to know certain start time and end time by a particular date and time, okay. Once you submit it, it will generate some of the information that you request. So therefore, it's easy for you to know what are all the status, what's the start time, end time, and total time taken, okay, for your query. Next, you will be able to know about the CNC alarm. Okay, you will be knowing the history alarms and also the operation records. So as you can see this page here, this is now we goes to a CNC alarm page. Okay, with so many numbers of records, you are able to identify what are the alarm class. Okay, what's the when does it happen, the date and time. Okay, and also what's the alarm message. Okay. So now, next we will let you know about the program. Okay, so about the CNC program is actually for the user to provide an upload and download function for the file they want to use and edit the interface to program the NC files. Okay, so these features actually give you the flexibility to so-called input or export some of the information from a CNC controller. So once you go to this page, you are able to know the file name, the file size, okay, and some of the last write time, okay, and the remarks. So this is also very helpful. Okay, so next it will be the servo spin information. For servo spin information is actually to provide you with the real-time monitoring of the spindle loading. Okay, so this is very good for you to analyze whether the tool is it already too old, is wear, or is it in the damaged condition. Okay, so in this page you will be able to see the servo spin information. Okay, you will know the loading. Okay, and then also you can set the maximum spin loading, etc. Okay, so from there you will know how is the speed, how is the temperature, how is the loading, and the maximum loading. So this gives you a very good overview of how you protect your servo spin, particularly. So about setting the parameters, for CNC they are using a lot of tools, okay, to work on their products. Okay, so it's very important for them to provide the tool offset, okay, and will coordinate the variable to read and write functions. Okay, in this page, if you look into this page, you will see some of the lengths, okay, and also the wear and tear. So you can actually particularly key in such kind of information. So this is really going to specific how you want these tools to be protected. Okay, and then if it's wear and damage, it can actually let you know in advance. Okay. So the last features will be very important. It's actually for your maintenance. Okay. So if the maintenance item does not have values in some of the PLC node, our WebAccess CNC runtime will detect whether the CNC is powered on or not. Okay. And then also you can calculate the use of time. So such kind of warning will come up, and then once the time is more than the lifetime that you preset, it will alert you accordingly. So here you will be talking about the item name, the use time, okay, and of course you also enter the lifetime, okay, and then also it's good for you to include all the information such as the specification, the supplier, contact telephone. So with meaning to say, with this WebAccess CNC software, it can give you actually a very diversified and full coverage of the features that is so important and included here. All right, so that's all about the CNC WebAccess software. Okay, so now the next question from customer is, so how do we move forward? How do we enable such kind of CNC monitoring project? Okay, 3 steps. First, you have to determine your requirement. Okay, so you have to discuss how many CNC machines are there, what are the brand, what are the CNC control model, okay, is there, okay, what kind of service is customer's expectation, okay, are they trying to do some visualization and then of the machine operation, okay, on the production line, do the customer have the ERP system or MES system, because this is helpful when customer want to push this information to integrate with our CNC software, okay. And then second, you need to decide how you want to connect the machine by our CNC Edge. So just now we share about our CNC Edge can do up to 5 connectivity. So you have to calculate how many CNC box do you need for your project, okay. And then you want to collect the data, is this CNC box just using as a gateway, or you want it to push information to your existing backend SCADA system, all right. In some of the cases, customer wanted to do more than that. They wanted to make use of the dashboard features of the Advantech, okay, which is we will share more later, and we support both the cloud service and also the on-premises solution. So this is an important and interesting page because it's actually the system architecture of our solution, okay, and easy for customer to understand. So just now on the field, we already mentioned there could be so many different brands of CNC machine, and what our WebAccess CNC software and features can do. Just now we share with you, okay. In some cases, there are some particular information from the PLC or from the analog digital data that customer want to collect from the machine, okay, which is not included in the CNC controller. In that case, you can add in some of the extra sensors, okay, to do the data collection. And also you can integrate this information to our WebAccess CNC software. And then from there, you can decide whether you want to push to your existing SCADA system, okay, or just use it as a gateway, okay. Or on the other hand, you can, like what this picture is showing, you can actually make use of Advantech's CNC dashboard to do the nice dashboarding, okay, of the plant overview, of the production monitoring, availability monitoring, process monitoring, and alarm monitoring. So later on, we will go into more detail about the dashboard. Okay, so here is our solution product offering. So what will you be expecting is such kind of control cabinet, PC box, okay? So it will support, of course, the multiple CNC protocol for the data conversion. It is to improve your productivity with the data-driven decision-making, okay? And to, importantly, enable your machine-to-intelligence solution. So when you go to our website, also, you will be seeing this page, okay? For our cloud solution, it's called the WISE-PaaS and SaaS, okay? Machine-to-intelligence CNC solution. Okay, so we have actually different package, basically by different sizes of the IoT app space, okay, and storage you need. And also importantly is the prefigured dashboard, okay, meaning if you subscribe to our ready dashboard, okay, and cloud service, you can simply just, this will be the cloud solution, and you just pay the subscription monthly to enjoy the dashboard features, okay. And of course, there is also on-premises solution. Okay, that's where we can work together with our partners in Singapore to help you to realize such kind of project. Okay, so second is the CNC domain Edge. Okay, so this is the WebAccess CNC box we talk about. Okay, it comes with all the CPU requirement. Okay, the OS, the CNC license. Okay, so let's move on. So particularly come to this product, actually we have two products. So you can take note of these two part numbers. Okay, so what the difference is actually the supported CNC controller model. Okay, so meaning to say, if you are using these CNC controller models, okay, and then you will need to require to choose this particular model and part number. Okay. If you are using those CNC controller driver on the right-hand side here, okay, so please let us know, and then we will suggest you to use these models, okay. So with this Edge solution ready package is actually really help you to do the connectivity. So you can imagine last time it's all standalone. Now it can serve to bridge between the legacy and the new machine, okay, to enable your data collection and conversion, all right? And also it's very good for your data-driven decision making, because now you have a valuable overview of the work process and all your production line availability and your operating history, okay? And very good for your fast troubleshooting, okay? So, and about the machine to intelligence, yeah, this is where it can support you with the remote monitoring and centralized data management. Okay, and it can be have the flexibility with the cloud version and also the on-premises versions. All right. So next, we would like to move to our dashboarding. Okay. So about our dashboard is actually very good. It supports the remote monitoring. So it's actually for 24/7 for you to visualize your manufacturing. Okay, when it comes to CNC production. Okay. So here is our CNC. Okay, this is to let you know about the visibility and the inside information. Okay, so here we will talk about why you need such kind of application. Okay, and what is this for and where to use it. All right. So why do we need this kind of application? Is the main purpose is to transform all these traditional standalone system. Okay. So that now you are able to transform the different machine into a systematic way. Okay. And then you can record all this information. Okay. Not by manually. Okay. But in the automatic and also statistical way. All right. So it's very good for you to repeat this kind of different cases in different production line, okay, different production plan, especially if you are having different plan and different machines, okay, and working on many different product line for your CNC customers, okay. And then so what this can actually help you is actually to help you to visualize the machine's OEE and also the operation monitoring. Okay, you can do a cross-factory management. Okay, you can have the OEE KPI to cover all your APQ, which is the availability, the performance, and also the quality. Okay, it also can give you a good overview of the process monitoring status, and also how is the abnormality analysis, right? And about where you can use it, because this can be on-premise or can be the cloud dashboard, and it supports the 100% web dashboard everywhere. So it's actually very good for your factory management meeting and also your remote inspection anytime. Okay, as long as you have the connection to internet. Right. Okay. So about our solution offering. Just now we mentioned we have the edge computing to help you to do the real-time collection. Okay. We also mentioned about we have our WebAccess cloud. Okay, which have all this kind of built-in dashboard ready for you to use. Okay. So in this page, what we are trying to share with you is that besides doing the data collection from the CNC machine, okay, on the production line, the factory, okay, site may already have some existing ERP, okay, or MES system where they handle their work ordering system, production line system. They would like to actually integrate this information to our dashboard. Okay, so this is where we have the flexibility because our platform actually supports an open API. So if you know how to write a simple script, okay, you can actually push all this information from your other system, from the factory side, okay, and then plus together those information from the CNC and integrate into our ready dashboard features. And of course, if you want to have add on to some other IoT project, okay, and because of the flexibility of our WebAccess CNC software, you also can do the integration right here. Okay, we are talking about things like the mobile protocol. Okay, we are talking about things like the OPC, UA protocol, etc. Right? Okay. So when it comes to the machinery and MES data integration on our dashboard, the three things we want to help to achieve is actually the machine monitoring, okay, and how is your work order process, and also it's important for you to take note about your production losses. So this is the kind of dashboard you can imagine you will get when using our solution. It actually gives you a very good overview of the availability, total downtime, work order information. Okay, you can even insert your production line the floor plan, okay, and then give indications like this, where the CNC machines are and how is the machine's existing status, okay? Is it running, is it idling, or is it down, okay? On the right hand side, it also can give you a work order information, okay? So this is where just now we talk about how your MES system or ERP system can integrate information all together into this single page and give you a very good overview of the status and what's happening on the production floor. Okay, so in summary, you will know all the performance and achievement. Okay, you will get to know the real-time CNC monitoring status. Okay, you also will know the alarm history in this page. Yeah, and also it's always important for the operator and the manager always to take note how is the work order progress at the moment. Okay. So here are the 3 simple steps if you use in our dashboard. Okay. Step 1, if you want to edit the dashboard, you need to edit the machine and alarm profile. Okay. Number 2, you need to edit the machine group. Number 3, you just need to attach the and do the setting of the dashboard itself. So for number 1, when you want to do the machine and alarm profile, okay, this is the user interface page. Let you look how it looks like. Okay, you can actually go into the system setting, okay, and then do your reference property setting. Okay, this is where you can configure your machine profile, including the photos, okay, some of the alarm list, time zone, okay, and some of the important information from your CNC machine. Okay, and then for the configuration and the alarm configuration, okay, when you go inside, the interface will look like this. Okay, so you can actually set up your alarm list according to the CNC controller's model and its manufacturer. Okay, so it's very useful for you. So number 2 is actually for you to edit the machine group. Okay, so when you log in, you can actually do the group configuration. Okay, it will provide you a group configuration chart. Okay, so by looking at this chart, it's easy for you to know the connectivity, okay, the relationship between the grouping. Okay, you have a global enterprise. Okay, you have different factory, for example, like in Taipei or in Shanghai. Okay, and how you categorize, okay, your vertical of this CNC machine. Okay, maybe by different customer, maybe by different type of the product that you are making, right? And then for machine, you can always name it into different machine name. Okay, and then once you click it, it can give you all the detail, okay, property, which just now we already enter in the last page, right? So it's to create your machine group according to your production layout accordingly, and then you can always click and view the machine info easily. So now we talk about the dashboard itself. When you do the dashboarding, you can imagine such kind of wonderful, nice dashboard, okay, as the achievement and result, okay. At the center, you can have one very good interactive dashboard, okay, where you have a good overview of the whole status, the production line monitoring, the overall equipment effectiveness, OEE analysis, and the alarm report, okay. So this is what you can see at the center. On the right-hand side, you can have some focal point, which is very, very important for you. All right, you can have the production line zone monitoring, the machine list, and also the CNC error message. All right, on the right-hand side, you can have such kind of management scorecard, okay, where this is important and useful for you to integrate all your work order achievement information. Okay, the OEE summary, okay, how is the quality, how is the defect and the yield rate, and any important downtime summary information. So this dashboard can really give you a very good overview of the whole situation and what's going on in your production plant. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit quicker here with some of the dashboard, okay, for the next few pages. So for the group overview, you can imagine you are looking at the information like this, okay. You can have information like real-time info from each side, okay. You can have a good overview of the global group manufacturing sites on your map, okay. So as and when you want to know what's going on, you can just simply click to different plant and get access to it. Okay, so when zoom into the single factory overview, okay, so it is can give you a lot of comprehensive information, okay, for the quick review. Okay, just now we talk about the plant flow, OEE, machine status, and also all the APQ, okay, and top 5 production information, the error event, the downtime machine, okay. So you will know all the production progress at the moment, okay, and here you will know all the OEE indications, all the indicator, and also here you will know all the error summary. Okay, so this is a very good and useful single factory overview for you. Okay, about the factories OEE overview. Okay, when you zoom into OEE, you would like to know the OEE trend chart, right? So it can give you a lot of flexibility, okay, by choosing the different date here, okay? You will know, for example, I want to know how is my OEE trend chart for the past 1 week. You can do the setting here. Once you query, you will be able to know how is the comparison, okay? So what is our top 5 work hour abnormality? Okay, the yield rate, the error event, okay, and the top 5 down machine. So where you can look into it and check things more in detail. Okay, so here's the OEE trend chart. How is the performance, quality, and availability is all available in this page. Okay. Next is about the production line monitoring. Yeah, so this is particularly zoom into the work order information. Yeah, because it's always important to know how is the progress of each machine, okay, and how is the work order. Are we meeting the work order expectation? Okay, how is the remain output? Okay, and how is the plant output at the moment? So this gives you a very clear and easy overview. So here you will know the real-time machine status on the plant map. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So when you zoom into the CNC machine itself, okay, now we are talking about the machine monitoring itself. Okay. So we are here. You will be getting information like how is the temperature, okay, of your CNC tool. Okay. So temperature monitoring of the CNC, okay, spinal and the multiple axis. Okay. So it really gives you a very detailed information, even by different axes, it is able to give you such kind of information. Okay, so you know when and to replace, okay, or change a new one for your CNC spinal. Okay, and then to integrate your machine and workflow data for an overview. Okay, monitoring. How is the trend chart? How is the temperature monitoring trend chart? Okay, and also the event list will be available. So you will know all the work progress for today and also the critical parameter monitoring. Okay. Yeah. So this page will give you detailed information about the production line availability. So with the similar idea, you will line up all the different machines on your production floor. And with this kind of indication, okay, the runtime, the idle time, okay, and the downtime. Okay. So it gives you a very good and straightforward information for you to check with your production line or engineer or manager. Okay. Okay. So similarly, this one also, when you want to zoom into not only the production line, but you want to zoom into a particular machine availability, this is the kind of dashboard that you can be getting. Okay. So you can by different machines, you can actually have the machine status of the daily trend and also the machine's status composition. Okay, so here comes the alarm report. Okay, when you zoom into the alarm report itself, okay, it can always give you the counter and information about your critical alarm. Okay, and also the warning alarm. Okay. And it's very useful information to getting things like the top 10 alarm event, okay, by different date, okay, and also the top 10 alarm information by your duration, okay, and also, of course, including information such as the error access code, etc., and also the alarm trend chart, okay. Okay. So just now, we also have covered all the dashboard function and features. I'm glad that you are feeling extremely useful and also excited to know Advantech is such kind of useful solution for the CNC management. Okay. So next, we would like to share with you some of our successful story. Okay. And particularly these success stories are actually given by our Thailand team. Okay. Because in Thailand, our team has deployed such kind of project very early, and also in Thailand there are a lot of automobile and also precision engineering. So project background number 1, Okay, you can see such kind of CNC machine on site. Okay, so this customer actually they are manufacturing this kind of a tractor diesel engine and also common tractor parts. Okay, so they are using a lot of CNC machine. Okay, so how we use our CNC to help them? Okay, the bottleneck is, of course, like we mentioned, most of the CNC are offline. Okay, you cannot connect to the network, right? And then too expensive. Okay, over qualifying. Okay, and then a lot of manual work and labor intensive. And also, you cannot do data collection and push this information to the existing SCADA system, right? So with our solution comes in, right? We are able to use our solution to help them to do the CNC data collection. And then because our software support the OPC protocol, it is able to push this information to the customer existing SCADA system, okay? And with that, customer can do what they wanted to achieve at the back end, okay? So this is how we help them. Okay, so this is an example of how they connect to the Mitsubishi M-series CNC controller. So when you are connecting to the Mitsubishi controller, you'll be expecting such kind of information from the controller, okay? And these are the kind of information we can access and then push to our WebAccess CNC gateway, okay? And this is an example of the FANUC controller, which is also the #1 very famous CNC controller worldwide. Okay, so we are also able to collect this kind of information and access to our WebAccess CNC software. Okay, so with the data collection, you will be expecting such kind of information. Just now we talked about all the CNC useful dashboard features, and all the information can be obtained here. Okay. So the value add information given and feedback by the customer is really help them to reduce a lot of CNC downtime, because why? Now you have a good and immediate information to know how is the machine status. That's why you can react very quickly and assign the right main force to tackle the right problem. Okay, so this will definitely help you. Okay, and then to them is a lot of flexibility, because last time they cannot connect the data and so many manual work. Okay, so now they have flexibility to collect this data and from the different CNC machine type and different CNC brand. Okay, and for them is of course much easier for them to meet their KPI of from their technician point of view or from their production engineer view, because now everything is become so easy and visible and transparent, right? For them to manage and also do adjustment accordingly. Okay, and with all the information such as the OE availability, okay, and the material planning or check-in, or how is the work order material in progress. Okay, so this information is always handy and easy for them to plan things ahead. Okay, or imagine to order your shortage material in advance. Okay, and lastly, to help them to seamlessly to integrate to their existing software, okay, of their existing SCADA system, because of our WebAccess CNC is open platform and support the connectivity. Okay, so key point summary will be our CNC software. Okay, the project has been really successful. Okay, because there is easy for them to apply to their existing old SCADA system. Okay, and based on the feedback by our team in Thailand, also no one can actually do it to do the connectivity from the FANUC CNC controller except Advantech's WebAccess CNC software. Okay. Okay. So this is the second and also the last project information I want to share with you. Is a similar concept. This time around, the manufacturer are actually making electrical mechanism parts. Okay. So with the similar idea, some customer may have the SCADA software on site, some may not have, okay? And then some customer problem is they cannot do the integration to the existing SCADA system, okay? So we have, for our solution and proposal, okay, for this solution, we can actually support such kind of software key license to any computer, okay? Meaning if you have some computer on site, and then maybe your idea is just to use WebAccess CNC as a gateway to do data collection, okay? You can actually also do it. So if you want to do this connectivity by such kind of method, and then use the OPTUA protocol to push to your existing system, welcome to talk to us. Okay, so you can see that this connectivity can actually help you to do more than 20 setup. Okay. Okay. So the project benefit will be, of course, to help you to reduce the maintenance time and also downtime for your production line. Okay, the customer can have a real-time monitoring CNC status, and most important, customer can easily reduce and their operation costs, and also have a better ROI for their projects, right? So I think, okay, so similarly, this is the key point, okay? The flexibility, okay, to deploy into various kind of computing platform, okay? And also, the special point about Advantech software is the ability to connect to the Fanuc CNC controller, all right? Okay. So I think that's my last page, and now I'm going to hand over to our domain focus SI, Mr. Terence, for him to introduce about Anewtech company.
Thank you, Alan. So can I share my slides?
Okay, hi, thank you, Terence. Let me stop sharing here. Okay.
So can see my slide?
Yep, it's up already.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for taking your time to join our so-called the last seminar for the Accelerate Digital Transformation with iFactory Solution. So I think Alan has covered a very comprehensive introduction of the WisePass WebAccess CNC machine monitoring, both the hardware and the software. So I think I'll cover a little bit on the integration capability part and how we can come in to assist you. So before I do that, let me do a quick introduction of Anewtech Systems, in case some of you may not know who we are. So basically, we are basically a regional industrial computing platform providers or builders. So right now we provide both standard and customized computing servers, embedded platforms, working very closely with Advantech in a lot of industrial applications supporting our customers. So we do customized solution, contract manufacture of some of this rack mount embedded computers, network appliances, and also some HMI panels from a small size of 6.5 inch to 86 inch. And also I think if in a control room monitoring, if you need to set up a video wall, we do have software and also the high graphics resolution platforms to support those video wall customization and the video wall projects. We are ranked in the SME 500 1000 for the past 7 years. Headquartered here in Singapore, we do have our branches in KL and Penang, and also in Vietnam, we do have a team there to support customers as well. So basically, in terms of the integration services that we provide, of course, we have been working with Advantech for more than, I think, 15, 16 years in history. So we are also a partner to Windows, to Microsoft. So basically, our team has been trained by Microsoft to build up embedded images and also to provide some of the cloud and the Azure support and so forth. We are also an Intel technology providers, a Go technology provider. So this means that we can provide advanced replacement for CPU processors or anything that comes with the platform that we provide. And basically, we also work with European suppliers, Belov, in terms of some of the industrial sensors or RFID readers and so forth. So I think it's actually with this know-how that we are providing the system integration, mainly on some of this ICT hardware, software, and for software-wise, we are doing more of the customer-centric design services. That's where we focus our core. So I'll cover that a little bit more in depth when I move a little bit further. So basically, quick fact of the company, like I say, we are pretty established, more than 20 years in the industry. And then our office is at, I think, near the northeastern part of Singapore. So right now, total floor area 6,009. You can see we do have a systems assembly line to build up all the Advantech platform, or whether it's your HMI panels and so forth. Yeah, and then we are ISO 9001 2015 certified. And then we are BSafe 3 as well, in case we need to go on site to do some kiosk installation or whatever. We can work with some of the customers to do up some of those installations. So we are actually a WISE-Pass DFSI as well as a premier partner. So we actually provide the entire suite of the WISE-Pass WebAccess applications and solutioning product range. So in terms of the integration capabilities, our main focus, like I mentioned, was we are actually covering mainly the device and the process-centric customized application. We focus on development of some of the shop floor applications for data acquisition. Of course, right now, I think the very interested application we are talking about in I 4.0 is how do manufacturers or even production facilities, whether you are running a semiconductor factory or you're running a food processing or you're running a maybe an automotive facilities, you are actually looking in how do we do up the smart factory application. Even if you are a precision machining companies, how do we do this? So basically for Anewtech wise, our core is we are not really an automation company. To clarify, that means that we actually don't provide like the conveyor systems or the PLC or the robotic handlers. So for that, we are working with our partners. Later, I'll introduce our partners. And also basically our focus mainly is into the M2M communication, the device to process communication software, and also the linkage between ERP and the MES as well. And then of course, let's say in certain application, if you just want to do a standalone machine data acquisitions to get the data from the machine, we can actually help you by putting one of the Advantech Edge link computers to do the data acquisitions, or to add in wireless device gateway, wireless sensors, wireless digital I/O units to capture all the data. And also for, I think there's a lot of legacy machine in the market right now. I mean, from the very old, maybe 10 years old CNC machine, which sometimes you might not have drivers to link up to get the data for your SCADA system. So in terms of that, we are also interested to work together to do up some retrofitting models by adding in additional sensors like vibration sensors, or I think even those pressure sensors, or any sensors that actually would allow you to bring very useful data for carrying out predictive maintenance or carrying out the analysis of your machine health. So those are the things that we can actually come together. And also, if you are interested in doing up an e-checklist for your machine, we do have also already developed a very generic application on the e-checklist, which can actually help you reduce the number of paperwork when you're doing up e-checklist for all the machine in the shop floor. So I think in terms of system integration approach, there is a lot of approach, whether you're looking at it from the new feature implementation, the customization, or the various data from the different domains, or whether you're going to push it out to the cloud, or even applications from different vendors and so forth. So we are actually in the so-called integrating all this data together to help, companies who are interested to do up your I 4.0 implementation in terms of your digitalization process and also your industry transformation projects. So like I say, I think what Alan has explained earlier, a lot of the factory owners are expecting, the revenue to go up and the cost to go down. So they want to have more orders by lowering the MPQ and of course meet the urgent demand with a shorter lead time, a faster changeover, and also enhanced production performance. So basically, with monitoring systems, it actually will help you reduce your machine downtime, and that results in higher equipment utility, and also there is less human resource and material waste, resulting in a higher yield rate. And from here, you actually, you can actually do an immediate stop and shoot, faster troubleshooting of any production error with the correct monitoring solutions. So I think from the three pillar of the so-called in terms of a project, you're looking of it from an industrial engineering point view to an operational technology point view and also the information technology point view. So actually, in terms of a factory manufacturing environment, this three team of people needs to come together and then to so-called have a common understanding in terms of the approach to any projects, whether you want to do up a OE projects or you want to do up maybe a smart energy management systems or even an intelligent shop floor data acquisition systems. So all those three people will be involved. So basically, I think in terms of a core proposition of an iFactory using a standard, so-called standard products, we will be based on some of the operation technology common tools, how to assist the OT team to communicate with the IT and the IE team, and also to achieve the first landing of the Industrial 4.0 projects. You need to have a very convincing architecture so that everybody is in sync, and so when the projects runs, we are able to minimize costs, do a very good project management, and everything will go in line, to achieve this philosophy in terms of a smart manufacturing. So I think Alan has explained that Advantech provide a lot of smart boxes, whether you want to do your CNC, you want to do your injection molding or whatever, the OEE box, or you want to take care of the robotics handlers and so forth, or even semiconductors, protocols, SecGen, and so on. So Advantech has all these boxes, and when Alan explained all the dashboarding and all this, right, I think a lot of y'all will be thinking, actually, how do we do that? How is the first approach? So my next slides will give you some solution. So like I say, basically, in order to do the approach, right now for Anewtech, we are really not an automation company. So we are partnering FlexPeak technology to go into helping some of the MNCs or helping some of the SME business owners or precision companies who wants to do up the I4.0 data acquisition. As FlexPeak, basically for them, they are providing a total solution for automation, and they have very good knowledge and domain know-how in terms of the CNC machine, the industrial automation, the robotic handlers, the machine tools, storage solutions, and also engineering solutions. So with this partnership, both FlexPeak, Anewtech, and also with Advantech supporting us from the headquarters level, we actually envision that the whole team will be able to seamlessly implement the I4.0 projects and also the CNC machine monitoring solutions. So we are going to provide the benefit of maximizing the level of engineering and domain know-how. And then I think with this cooperation, the cost of ownership will be very low because the time to implement the projects is going to be low because three of us already have some mutual understanding in terms of a working relationship. And also FlexPeak has a automation line in their so-called their factory area. So in this automation line, we already have tested out some of the so-called the product like the CNC box with some of the CNC machines in their shop floor, and also the robotic handlers in their shop floor, as well as also some of the PLC controllers. So we already have all the knowledge base. So the start off to do up in an industrial projects will be very shortened. And I think a lot of engineers really are very fearful of how to integrate all these protocols. On paper, when Alan was telling you all those dashboarding, it looks very easy. But when it comes to the actual implementation and integration, you really need to have some knowledge and some base understanding to actually reduce the entire development time and also the cycle time to run up the project. So from here, I would like to conclude that we actually provide a one-stop approach or a one-stop shop to do up the project management and the engineering. So with the three of us combined together, we actually look forward to any one of you who wants to pioneer the smart factory implementation, either for OEE, CNC, or shop floor intelligence. We are definitely would like to come in to support. All these factories or manufacturers who are looking to embark on your I 4.0 projects or program. So I think I will not talk very much because I think Alan has covered a lot of this. Basically, this CNC measurement controller, we have already tested together with FlexSpeed with some of the Fano controllers or the Mitsubishi CNC controllers in their factory shop floor. So the integration will be very smooth and simple. And then I think there's a lot of feature that I think what CNC monitoring can bring forward to all the adoption, like the overview of the CNC machine, the information, the availability, any alarm, and even you want to do your NC program management, like Alan was mentioning in the past, you need to use a CF card, but right now with this, you probably can do some of the remote upload and download of some of the CNC programs, setting up the parameters, and then understanding the availability, and also some predictive maintenance information can also be gathered from all this if you go on the projects. And then of course, the other things that I think Alan did not cover, we also have what you call in terms of this check-in and out HMI devices. So basically, Advantech has already released this. This allows those shop floor machine which has a CNC machine or injection molding machine. If you don't have a systems to do the entry, like the who is the operator, what is the lot number, what is the alarm and all this. So you can actually use this check-in and check-out systems to capture all the faults, to capture all the faults, all the alarms, so that you can actually basically populate out all the dashboard in terms of the data, the availability, the APQ. Yeah. Sorry, you might need to mute your. Somebody is talking in the background. I need to mute your microphone. Thanks. So basically, I think in terms of overviewing, WebAccess CNC can actually do the entire monitoring of a shop floor in terms of this overview. And also, I think the other thing is that in nowadays, there's also a lot of requirement to actually use the smartphones to monitor. So we can actually work with FlexSpeed to do up some application in terms of helping you monitoring some of the machine maintenance, the servo spin speed, and so forth in terms of the machine management using a mobile app as well. And I think remote management and monitoring, you can actually see a sample dashboard here that we actually customize for some of the past projects that we have done. So we can actually monitor the availability of the machine real time, and also the job information, and also send short messages or email notifications if there's any alarm by the machine. And I think these are some of the case studies that we have done on top of the CNC monitoring, smart technologies for legacy devices. I think doing up paperless, using the e-checklist in terms of paperless smart manufacturing e-checklist, process and device data acquisition, business and digital automation, machine monitoring, OEE, machine and data collection, and also some of the robotics efficiency as well. So I think these are also some of the case studies that you can see that different type of CNC machine models. So it can actually be hooked up to Wi-Fi H-Link, and then to the WebAccess SCADA, and all the way up to the iFactory solution. So this is one project that we have worked together with Advantech in terms of one of the company that we have serviced. So we have actually deployed some of the WISE digital I/O to monitor the progress of this so-called the EDM machines, and then getting up all the information of the machines, and also the handlers that is working together with the machines. So after this successful POC, we are also right now planning for integration of another 24 units of CNC machine using the same approach and the same strategy to cover this new projects. So these are the other smart retail solutions that Anewtech do. So like I say, we are really not an automation company, but a software solutioning company focusing more on the customer-centric software. So this is where our value add is. So like I say, if you have any requests or any inquiries, do approach Advantech and ourselves, and we can actually work out those solutions for your requirement. So that's my last slide, and the key takeaway here is that basically by partnering Advantech, I think we are able to deploy a lot more of the WISE-PaaS solutions, and we also want to build alliance with automation system integrators, solution developers, and machine builders. I mean, our ecosystems of working with FlexSpeed is a very good model that we started off. We go to market together. We build our ecosystems for successful implementation of Industrial 4.0, and we are looking for pilot projects to start with, so that the overall incentive that we want to bring to the market is save time, save effort, increase productivity, a lower startup cost, and lower risk. And also, if let's say some of the SME or customers who need to apply for a grant, we can actually come together as Anewtech, FlexSpeed. We are all SMEs. We can actually work together to apply a grant and get a better funding from the Singapore, some of the Singapore agencies like Enterprise Singapore. So in summary, WISE-PaaS is not a new technology. It's such that it has to be enhanced to empower industrial transformation. So this approach right now is very easy because of the lower cost of ownership in terms of the controllers, the digital IOs, the wireless IOs, and also there is a lot of protocols and unified communications strategy. And so factories can integrate all the data collection seamlessly right now to a centralized management systems for analysis and also for predictive maintenance. So through this, we are now really very ready to build a complete solutions to create the real factory 4.0. That ends my presentation today. We'll go into Q&A. I will pass the so-called the session back to Alan. Yeah, thank you everybody for your attention. Alan, please.
Thank you, Terence, for introduction. It's very good introduction, and I believe everyone can see that Anewtech has very good engineering ability. They know about our WebAccess SCADA software very well. Okay, they also know about industrial PC platform very well. Okay, most importantly, we already has project experience together, working with them on doing the CNC machine connectivity. Okay, and also they have the ability and understand how to make up the dashboard features. Okay, for your dedicated customized features. Okay, so for all these solutions, CNC software, you can always come back to us for more questions. Thank you.